gay, you leech ass, lil' fame. I won't war, got the same. Fuck wrong. Fuck wrong, these people. Fuck wrong. I try to tell these motherfuckers time and time, nigga. Fuck wrong. Pussy ass, purple ass nigga, man. Fuck wrong. They get your born ass right. Niggas better get their weight up, you little body bitch. Worry about a damn pay cut, you little body bitch. I ain't worried about none of these niggas, little body bitch. You damn scare rag, coward ass little body bitch. Had to fuck around, get my rank up, you little body bitch. And I'm pouring up, yeah, young nigga, and I'ma take a sip. All these niggas want damn hate, but tell them zip it lip. Cause you a dumb ass, scare rag boy, little body bitch. Damn. And I ain't worried about nothing, nigga, nah, I ain't worried about shit. I got more than one, so you know nigga don't reminisce. I spit flavors on these damn beats, niggas better catch a pitch. Never knew a goddamn man be scared to represent. Well, you a whole ass, dirt ass, little damn body ass nigga. Get body with these damn scripts with your little body ass nigga. Nigga, I'm a true priest, true line nigga, true Zion ass nigga. And you a little boy, a little bitch ass, little body ass nigga. I got B-rank, you mad, get stained, work hard, then play, bad bitch, my taste. We vibe, we lay, you purple, you gay, you leech ass, lil' fame. I won't war, got the same. Fuck wrong. Fuck wrong, nigga. Fuck wrong. I tell nigga, fuck wrong. You get your shit together, nigga. Fuck wrong. Work it. I'ma do this shit till I rock, you little body bitch. I'ma judge your ass like your pot, you little body bitch. And I'm smooth with it, y'all the Zaka, you little body bitch. And I switch, ain't gon' know thought, you little body bitch. And I'ma stay turning like the cars, you little body bitch. And I'm so cold like a bond, you little body bitch. And I'm a warrior like that Gabar, you little body bitch. And my aim like not a Zah, you little body bitch. Need a princess part bar, you little body bitch. Or anyone down the slide, you little body bitch. Yeah. I keep a couple straps in my ride, you little body bitch. Just in case anyone wanna die, cause I'm body bitch. I got be right, you mad, get stained, work hard, then play, bad bitch, my taste. We vibe, we lay, we purple, we gay, you leech ass, lil' fame. I won't war, not the same. Fuck wrong.
You for real hater? Must not be on like you say. Must not be getting no real paper. One West, nigga. Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say. Must not be getting no real paper. Nigga can't have more than you. You know them niggas will still hate you. Damn. Those are characteristics in a pussy nigga nature. Talk that shit behind my back, but be on mute when it's a facial. Smiling in my face, but you can't hide all that hatred. I'm too silent, you a snake. I see that shit a mile away. Man of war, and I'm not sorry. Blame that shit on UPK. Pussy ass nigga, you a pussy ass nigga. Oh, you confused, you think pussy ass nigga. This ain't drag racing, why you got that drag with you? I'm a bad getter, pull up with two bad bitches. Masculinity be the reason she into me. She say she loving all that big priest energy. Don't remember me You understand me? We standing tall on what we believe in. Yeah. Either you stand on something or you fall for anything. Believe that. Look. And if you standing on the wrong thing, you falling anyway. One West. Lost Tribe.
Kill the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all don't speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans getting locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died, y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew, you a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dum-dum, a gun that would die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth, I had to make it clear. How Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947, your menorah got 9 sticks, it's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world, Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks, Aflacs. Bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you live there. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, this the Feast of Purim. UPK undefeated, this a easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard, they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all tryna make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. He ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he get them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know this an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ, they the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas, they a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth, niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4, I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. Now you got the records. Go find me a white Jew on any archaeology in Egypt anywhere. You will never find a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. And another blasphemy of them, which they are Jews, they are not. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity. That's where God's chosen people are. Okay. Homie, I've been
because there's a king that's coming back to save our people. Now, we should be preparing ourselves for the return of our king, not stuck up in these denominations and religions that's destroying our people and destroying our nation.
So when we are in this kingdom and a brother or sister is doing wickedly in this kingdom, we must tell them, look, the world is expecting you to stay docile, to stay stupid.
That's what Christianity teaches our people. Teaches our people to hate one another and love the oppressor. Like, we'll never forgive one another for anything that another brother or sister do to us, but we'll forgive the oppressor in a heartbeat. There's something wrong with that, man.
Imagine living your life as a whole Christian your whole life, and life's good because you're a Christian and Jesus is white and everything's going great, and there's a landslide and the earth opens up and you go downstairs and you walk through this place and you see a black Jesus, man. Why is Jesus Christ black with an afro in the catacombs, man? This predates the Renaissance period.
So when you read the book of Genesis, the trees in the garden with other nations, a leaf, what does a leaf do to a tree? Cover the tree. So Adam took the covering of another nation. What's the covering of another nation? Their culture. So when the Most High saw him and said, yo, Adam, where are you, man? Why are you? Don't mean I can't find you. He means like, who is this nigga? But like, where are you, man? I don't know you.
Okay. So the Ba al Banya Yasha'ala wa Amarath al Ham Mawa'aya Yahweh. The Ba means speak. Al, when it's joined with something, so al Banya means what? Unto, right? Excellent. So al, when it's joined with something, means unto. Banya means children. Yasha'ala is Israel. So unto the children of Israel.
Like, if it's one thing a hoe gonna do, a hoe gonna hold. But you ain't, she can't hold if there's nobody to hold with. And the thing she said at the end, where she said, I went back and I lied to him and he still wouldn't do it. And then she threw up her hands and she said, well, he'll just be a brother. That's what he fucking need.
That's
brothers.
Right.
If we have more brothers, hoes like her wouldn't have no outlet.
There was a man in the land of Oz, his name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright.
There you go, the man called Job. I think Job is what that afflicted. And that man was perfect and upright, meaning what? You can be perfect, man. Job was a man like everybody else, man. Job wasn't no angel, he didn't come from the heavens, and that man was perfect, meaning what? You can be perfect in the Bible. Being perfect is in the Bible.
Fit me, had fringes on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith at y'all, know Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain above 50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause the niggas getting foul, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow.
All right, shalom Israel, shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahushai Baraka Thumb to all my brothers. Yahweh Shema Isla Thumb Shem Yahushai to all my sisters. I hope you all is doing to war. You know what I'm saying? This is the ISUPK side out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, on the commanding General Yohana. You know what I'm saying? Since 1969, we've been bringing out the truth about the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Our true identity, the true identity of blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you know what I'm saying, of the transatlantic slave trade. You know, bringing out our history, our culture, our language, how we're supposed to deal with one another. As you, of course, saw from the classes promo, we have classes all throughout the week. You know what I'm saying? We have a history, a law class, a brotherhood class, a history class, scripture breakdown class, the Lashawan Qadash. We also, after tonight's class, which is called the Lashawan Qadash, where I teach you how to read, write, and speak Hebrew. We have the On the Ends radio show with Captain Karathi and Officer Damgabar, where they bring out, you know what I'm saying, current events, heavy topics, things that is going on, you know what I'm saying, going on amongst black people, things that are going on in the world. Also, for those that aren't aware, I do a live show on TikTok every Monday and every Thursday from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. So it's right before the Monday law class and right before the Thursday scripture breakdown class live on TikTok. I will see if there's a way I can get it to live stream on other platforms as well, but currently we live on TikTok. So make sure y'all tune in for that. And without further ado, we're going to get into tonight's topic. So shalom also to everybody I see in the comment. I see Kayala, shalom princess, Lord of Christ. We got sister Shathara, shalom sis. I don't know if it's Shathara Banath. It's probably the full thing, right? Shalom sis. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It's like Yahweh Shema. Alatah Bashem Yahushai. We got somebody named T. Will Williams. But we got sister Kawana Ya, shalom sis, Yahweh Shema Alatah Bashem Yahushai. We We got I believe a brother fool to wise. Shalom, Lord in Christ. And we got this is sister again. I'm Mosiah Christ. All right. Now also, if you want to join these classes live, if you want to join the Lashawan Qadash class live, like as a student, where I can have you on the screen, all you have to do is just contact myself or contact, Captain Karate or the ISUPK UK pages. Just let us know your name, your zone, what I'm saying, your the name of your camp leader, and then we'll look at getting you in these classes. All right. So if y'all, if y'all want to do that, just hit up ISUPK United Kingdom on, Facebook, or you can help isupkuk@gmail.com. That's isupkuk@gmail.com, or contact myself. I'm gonna put the instructions in the comments so you all know exactly what to do. Or you can contact myself on Facebook, Instagram, if you have my contact, wherever. All right, and we'll look at getting you in these classes. All right, now before I begin each class, what I usually like to do is have brothers and sisters go through their registry. So what I'm gonna do right now, if there's anybody who's unsure how to state their registry, I'm gonna show you all the format. But those of you who do know, be sure to put your registry in the comments. It's a good thing to do to make sure you're keeping up with it. You know how to do it properly. Making any errors. It's a good way I like to state the attendance. But if you are also still working on obtaining your Hebrew name, you'll need to fill in your, an official attendance sign-in sheet. So I'm gonna put the link to that also in the comments. So anybody who's still doing the 90 days working on obtaining their Hebrew name, be sure to fill this sheet in that I'm just about to put in the comments. I'm gonna pin. Let's see if I can select it. Let's see if I can pin both the instructions to join and the link for the attendance sign-in sheet. I'm just going to pin that on all the pages. And then, I'm saying brothers and sisters should be putting through their registries. Just type them in the comments, I'm saying, and we'll get into tonight's class. Now, tonight's class, at the moment, there aren't any students on the live. I think they might just be a little bit late, or they might filter through as time goes on. But I do want this to be an interactive class. So over tonight's class, we're going over like anatomy, like different parts of the body, from the head, or from the hairs on your head all the way down to your feet, right? And to show you the Hebrew words for each body part, right? Ate the water to Kayala. She put her registry in. So Kayala, Bath Yahawada, Bath Yasha'ala, meaning Kayala, daughter of Judah, daughter of Israel. I ate the water. And now, real quick, let me share the if I share my screen for anybody who's unsure how to state their registry, let me put that on right here. So I'll put it. So this is the alphabet sheet. Of course, if anybody's new to class and needs the alphabet sheet, be sure to contact me. I'm saying I can easily send it over, or be sure to contact the school. We can get that through to you real easy. Now within there's like a little gap I've put right here of how to state your registry. This isn't on the sheet. I've just added it in. So how to state your registry, you'll say your name, whether it be, if I was myself, be Ra'al Ban, the sister Kayala, her name, so on and so forth, right? Then you would say Ban or Bath. Ban meaning son, Bath meaning daughter, right? So, for myself, it would be Ra'al Ban, and then you would say your tribe. Right, so you'll need to know how to say your tribe in Hebrew, whether you're Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Manasseh, Gad, Issachar, you'll need to know your tribe in Hebrew, right? For myself, I'm the tribe of Benjamin, so it'd be Banyamyan, right? So Ra'al Ban Banyamyan. Then you'd say Ban again, of course, if you're a brother, if you're a sister, you'd say Bath. Then Yasha'ala, which is Israel in the Hebrew, right? So if I was to state my registry, it'd be Ra'al Ban Banyamyan, Ban Yasha'ala, right? Of course, the sister Kayala stated her registry, Kayala Bath Yahawada, which is Judah, Bath Yasha'ala, all right? Everybody in the ISUPK, their registry will end in, Ban or Bath Yasha'ala, right? We're all of the 12 tribes of Israel. And unlike fake Israelite groups, we do not allow anybody who's not of the 12 tribes of Israel inside of our school. You know what I'm saying? Now, without further ado, I'll also go through the Hebrew alphabet, right? So if anybody's unfamiliar with the Hebrew alphabet, you want to, there's two different forms, right? There's the ancient, which of course is I would say the ancient is the foundation of the Hebrew you need to know. You need to know the ancient. It will get you right with the pronunciations, and that's the original. The original is the ancient or the Paleo Hebrew. You'll also need to know, slightly more advanced, you also need to know the Assyrian Hebrew or the modern Hebrew, which is this one right here. You'll need to know both because most things written in Hebrew today will be written in this Hebrew, right? The Assyrian Hebrew. But if you're able to see this letter and know that this is Na, if you're able to see this letter, this is Tazah, right? This is Ta, this is Ha, this is Sa, you know what I'm saying? You'll be able to convert it into the Paleo in your mind, right? So as you're reading for the Sabbath service, you'll see these letters and you'll know how to read them, right? So it's important to know both Hebrews. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit, you know, read through. What I'm gonna do, of course, the ancient Hebrew has the pronunciations underneath, like of course, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, so on and so forth. So you know, for everyone that can see that, y'all can read that through at home. I'm gonna do it from the Assyrian Hebrew as well, because that's of course the slightly more advanced. So you know, I'm gonna do it from the Assyrian, right? So we have ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya. This one here is ka, and you can see that there are two forms, right? You use this lower form if the letter is at the end of a word, right? So if ka is at the end of a word, like in malak or barak, or you know, whatever else, if ka is at the end of a word, you will use this ka, right? If it's at the beginning or the middle, you'll use this one, right? Reading on, la, ma, na. Of course, ma and na follow the same kind of thing, as same rule as ka. If it's at the end of the word, you'll use these lower forms, right? Sa, I, pa, taza. These are the last two letters in the modern Hebrew that follow that same rule, right? So there's 5 total letters in the modern Hebrew that follow the rule where if it's at the end of a word, you use the second form, right? Or you use this lower form, okay? So pa, taza, kwa, ra, sha, and tha, right? So that's the Hebrew alphabet. Be sure to, you know, as you're going over through the week, be sure you're practicing every Friday, you know, as you know, attending classes. It will help you to be able to recognize, you know, you'll be able to read words in the Assyrian. You'll be able to even type words out in Hebrew as you're going about your day-to-day life, like in the Hebrew characters, right? Almost everyone in this day and age, you'll be able to add like a Hebrew calendar to your phone. Not calendar, a Hebrew keyboard to your phone where you could type in the Hebrew. There are okay. I think we back. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to get a stronger connection. It's always something with this Wi-Fi, man. Listen, the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. But we're gonna try to get this thing rolling. And we're gonna get back into the flow of things. If it cut off anything that I was saying and you need me to repeat anything, just let me know. But I'm gonna just try to switch it to a hopefully a better connection. All right, Mosai, back. All right, Mosai. And shalom also to Sister Thara Pa'a. Shalom, sis. Yahweh Shema ala Thaba. She also, yeah, Thara Pa'a, Bath. Okay, the way you state your registry, you'd want to swap around Yasha'Allah and Yawada. So it should be Bath Yahawada, then Bath Yashala. Your tribe first, then your nation. All right, the order. Okay, so I forgot exactly where I was at before it cut off, but I'm carrying on. So yeah, everyone should have access to like a Hebrew keyboard they can add to their phone or wherever. You know, it will be the modern Hebrew. If you're able to, of course, know to transfer, okay, well, this is how you say Abba, Abba. You know what I'm saying? This is how you say Bayath, Ba, Ya, and Tha, right? You'll be able to type words in Hebrew as you go by your day-to-day life. Like you could say the salute to somebody, the actual, well, I say the actual, in the modern Hebrew, there is some converters where you could do the paleo, right? But, as you go about your life, you could do those things, implement those things into your routine to get familiar, right? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to get into tonight's class. So over tonight's class, we're learning about the different parts of the body or the anatomy of the body in Hebrew. How to say all these different parts of the body in Hebrew, right? So I'm going to start with, let me see. I'm going to start from the top now. Ideally, I want to have students live. They might come in a moment. Ideally, I want to have some students live so I could kind of test Hebrew. But as we're going through it, if y'all want to make notes, and like, for example, the first word we have is body, right? This is the word for body or for flesh, like your physical flesh, body, right? The word is bashar, bashar. Now, anybody who's at home taking notes, you might be writing down the Hebrew. What I would like for you to do is try and write the word bashar out in the Paleo Hebrew. So for the first one, for example, and I'll release this one for the example, right? You have 3 letters in the word bashar. You have ba, sha, and ra. And the sha and the ra are connected, right? So ba, sha, and ra, connect the last 2, bashar. It's flesh or body. Matter of fact, quickly, let me see if I can flesh. These all caps. Flesh/body. Bring this back a little bit. Flesh or body. Zoom in. Give me 1 second. Select here. I'm looking at the option. All right, so let's move this into the center, right? So this is what I want y'all to do in the class, right? So flesh or body is bashar. You're gonna write it in the Paleo Hebrew, okay? Now next, so as we go through these next words, right, I'm gonna show y'all. So the next word on the list we have is hair, right? Hair, which is the hair on your head, right? Hair is sha'aya, right? Sha'aya. For example, we have a brother in the school in the Chicago school, or in Gary, Indiana. He's called Ash Sha'aya, right? Which means fiery hair, right? So Ash Sha'aya, the word for Sha'aya means hair, right? So if y'all want to have a go at writing that word out, or seeing what that word would be in the Hebrew, I'm gonna just give it a moment and then I'll release it and then we'll move on to the next one. All right, so Sha'aya, which means hair. All right, let me close. Okay, let's see how this, does that make the screen small? Yeah, it's better to do on a smaller screen. Select here. All right, so hopefully y'all can see that, right? Now, of course, you have, the word sha'aya for the hair on your head. Now, for brothers, you all might have, like for example, with Christ, we're talking about the hair on his head and his hairs, right? The head was referring to the hair on his head, and his hair is like his facial hair, right? Like your mustache and your beard, so on and so forth. There's different words for that. which I'm gonna go through. Y'all can see them on the right over here, right? Now, if anybody wants this sheet that's gonna give the breakdown of all these different body parts and, you know, different features, broken down in the Hebrew, of course, just hit me up. Just let me know. I'll gladly send it to you. I could send it to you both with like the Hebrew words omitted, where you have to, you know, you could then work and write the Hebrew, practice writing the Hebrew, and I can give you an answer sheet. You can check if it's correct, or if, you know, if you just want the answers for your notes and stuff, you know, I'm more than happy to do that, right? But I'm gonna show you also the word for hair, which is sha'aya. How you write it in the Hebrew is like this. So you have Sha, I, and Ra. And the I and the Ra are connected. So Sha'aya, Sha'aya, right? So Sha'aya is hair. Now head, most people should know this word. Head in the Hebrew is Ra'ash. It means like head or chief, or like the top of something, right? Like this is your chief choice, right? This is your top choice, right? Ra'ash, right? So head in the Hebrew is Ra'ash, right? Now, for time's sake, I'm gonna release it in threes. I'm gonna do it in kind of like the groups, right? So head in the Hebrew is Ra'ash. So if we're gonna break this word down, we have Ra, we have Ah, and we have a Shah at the end. You can see with the SH with the Shah, there's no A at the end. So you know, of course, the Ah and the Shah are connected. And when the Ah and when two letters connect, typically the A will drop off of the last letter, right? So instead of being Ra'asha, if the A and Shah are connected, it becomes Ra'ash, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and release that word. So you have a Ra, an A, and a Shah. Ra'ash. You can see these two are connected. Let me zoom in a little bit so y'all can see. Right, so these, you know, I pointed these are all, you know, for the head, your hair, or even this last one for your face, right? So your face right here. So face in the Hebrew is panya, right? Like panya, like in you know, y'all will be familiar when we see the general, when you know, when a general walks into the room, we'll say alawap panya, which means face the general, right? Everyone will turn and face the general, and then we'll salute them, right? So panya is face in both the verbal sense, meaning you're facing, and the physical sense, like your actual face, is also panya, right? For panya, we have a pa, we have a na, and we have a ya, right? The pa and the na are connected to make pan. The ya is separate. So panya, right? Panya in the Hebrew, which is your face. Okay. Now next we're going to go into the features of the face. So the things that are on the face, right? So let's start with this. Now there are some things which are in the English which just wouldn't really have a name for in the Hebrew, because it wasn't, you know, nobody really spoke about. Like for example, your eyebrow. There isn't a Hebrew word for eyebrow. I don't believe. What if let me check? It might be like brow, like the sweat of thy brow. I missed that one. Let me see. Let me see. So the word I got for brow. Give me 1 second. There are actually a few verses now that I think of it that have the word brow. Now, I'll probably just add this as an additional one rather than, because I have the Hebrew prepared for it. But if y'all want to know what the word for brow is, I think it combines brow, like eyebrow, and forehead as the same word, right? I'm gonna go into it. I'm going to it right here. Like if I share this tab, it's primarily this word is for forehead, right? Forehead, but it also can mean brow, right? Like brow or forehead, right? The word is matazak, right? Matazak. So I'm gonna add that in real quick. If I go back here, let me see if I can add this in. Let me see. So eyebrow or forehead / brow is matazak. Right, let me just bring this up a little. Give me 1 second. Trying to select all this section. Bear with me just a moment. That's exact. And then I'll select this stuff just so I can bring it up. No sweat. So we got hair, which is Sha'aya. We got head, which is Ra'ash. 1 second. We'll get this too. There we go. All right. So hair, which is Sha'aya. Head, which is Ra'ash. Face, which is Panya. We got forehead or your brow, which is Matazak. I'm going to add the Hebrew in later, right? But Matazak, it would be a Ma, a Taza, and a Ka, right? Like you see over here, right? Now, this is the Assyrian Hebrew, but of course, that's why you need to be able to know both. Right? So Ma, Taza, and Ka, Matazak, right? That is your forehead or your brow, right? I'm going to add the Hebrew for that later, okay? Of course, if anybody has any questions or as we're going, you know what I'm saying, just let me know. Just type it in the chat. I'll gladly answer all questions, right? So we're going to get back into it. So these are the features of the face, right? I really I should have had this in down here, but it doesn't matter too much. All right, no sweat. So this what we have is, your eye, right? Eye. Eye in the Hebrew is ayan, right? It's actually one of the, is one of the what's the word? Symbolic roots for the letter. Like the letter I, its symbolic root, and the way it looks like an eye. It represents an eye, right? So the root of the letter I is ayan, meaning your physical eye, right? What you see with, right? So I in the Hebrew is ayan. I think most people should be familiar with that. Of course, if you're not, let's go ahead and write it down. You know what I'm saying? So your eye, right? Next we have a, right? So what you hear with. Your a in the Hebrew is azan, right? Azan, which is you have you have a za and a na. The za and the na are connected. So zan, right? I'm gonna go ahead and release that. So a in the Hebrew is azan, right? Okay. And then we have I'm gonna go through. Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all some time to write that down, or some people like to take screenshots and so on and so forth, or just paying attention. But you'd like me to send you a sheet after, just hit me up. I can I'll easily send it to you. No sweat. All right. So a is azan, right? Next word we have is nose, right? This is right. So nose in Hebrew is ap, right? Ap. Ap, which is just an and a pa, right? Now, if you go into this word ap, it can also mean face, right? But the more common word for face would be panya, as we did earlier. No, ap can also mean face in the sense that like your nose is is a part of your face. So it could be or like how people say you're turning up your nose at this. It's really not just if you turn your nose, you turn your whole face, right? You turn up your nose, you turn up your head. It's the same kind of thing. Or it could also be used to say anger or wrath, because of how usually when people are angry, they flare their nostrils, they breathe heavy through their nose. You know what I'm saying? Because they're angry, right? So that is ap, right? Which is your nose. Let me go ahead and release it. Give me 1 second. Okay, app, an ah and a pa joined together, right? App. Next, we have your cheek, right? Like the side of your face right here, your cheek or your jaw, right? This whole section right here, you know, the word for it in the Hebrew is lakya, right? Lakya, which means your cheek or your jaw, right? Now, for brothers that might have a harder face, you might barely have, you know, a cheek, so it's more your jaw. For, you know, you might have a face, or a sister might have a softer face, where it's a cheek. It's more delicate. It's the fleshy part of your face, right? Lakya, right? Which calls a la and a ka joined together to make lak, and then ya. So lakya. Okay. A shalom also to Sister Rakah. Shalom, sis. Yahweh Shema Allah Taba Shemi Shai. Shout out to you, sis. Shout out to your husband also of Assad. You know what I'm saying? Out of Louisiana. All right, so a cheek, your cheek or your jaw, this side of your face right here in the Hebrew is lakya. Right? Lakya. Okay, next, I'm going to go the Hebrew word for mouth. Now, similar to eye, this is another root, like symbolic root of the letter pa. You can see in looks like a mouth, right? You see like the top of the mouth. This is an open mouth right here. It represents the mouth, right? So, word for mouth in the Hebrew is pa, which is a pa and a ha joined together, right? Pa. Okay. Of course, this, you know, go into the all these are to the mouth, right? And both sides of the mouth. Okay. Now, you know, on the mouth, you also have lips. You have lips, right? You have lips. Kind of group. Now, lips, it uses the word pa, which causes mouth. Now, for anybody who knows about the Hebrew prepositions, the word sha, or the preposition sha as a preposition, preposition sha, the letter sha as a preposition means right? For example, you have mayam, which is waters, and you have shamayam, which is essentially pertaining to waters. And that is the Hebrew word for the heavens, like space, because space operates very similar to the waters, right? Even if the Bible, of course, I always break this down, the Bible calls it, you know, the waters above the firmament, right? The heavens, space, right? Shamayim. In the same vein, you have pa, which is mouth. Then you have shapa. Your lips are pertaining to your mouth, right? They're on your mouth. You know what I'm saying? You don't really have a, you know, you don't, you know, a mouth is complete with the lips. The lips are part of the mouth, right? Pertaining to the mouth. So shop or shop for pa. Okay. Next, teeth, right? Teeth. Teeth in the Hebrew, or it depends how you kind of, you can say tooth or teeth is shan, right? A shan is the stigma, right? So in the sense where, you know, if we're talking about, you know, a person's teeth is, you know, person's teeth, right? You kind of say that in a singular sense, in the sense that your teeth are together. It's like a set of teeth in the singular. Whereas maybe you're referring to, you know, you had 3 teeth taken out. That's kind of more specific, or quantifying it as a number. In that case, you might use shan yam, which is of course plural, right? But if you're saying, you know, my teeth, you know, or if you're saying tooth in the singular, you just use shan, right? So I release this here, the sha and the na join together, right? Similar to how lips, shapa pertaining to the mouth, teeth, and tongue Not uses another preposition. This is to show how words are formed over time, right? So you have teeth, which is shan. Then you have tongue, which is lashan. It uses the preposition la, which means two or four, right? So lashan, you use your tongue to speak. You use your tongue, and it touches your teeth, right? Like your tongue goes to your teeth and to your gums and all this, that, and third in order to make words, right? In order to even make a language. The word language, Lashawan, comes from the word tongue, which is Lashan, right? It'd be like turning it into a verb like tonguing, right? We all know that if we add y between a word, it's usually the suffix ing, right? So it'd be like tonguing, or using your tongue to make sound, words, and right? It became the word for language. So teacher, tongue, shot, right? So there we have here, done. Okay. So these are all kind of features of, from the head, like all the features of the face, all heads in just one section, there's one part of the body. So we have from hair, which is sha'aya, head, which is ra'ash, face, which is panya, forehead or brow, which is matazak, eye, which is ayan, ear, which is azan, nose, which is ap, cheek or jaw, lakya, mouth is pa, lips is shapa, teeth is shan, and tongue is lashan. All right. Also on the brother side, I have some additional stuff around your mouth, right? Others might have mustache, right? Mustache is one of the first, pieces of facial hair that starts growing, right? Mustache in the Hebrew is shapam, right? Shapam. The Hebrew we have shapam, right? Which is your mustache. Now that is similar to the lips, right? So over here in lips we have shapa, right? Shapa, which is lips. Shapam, by the end, is almost making it like a masculine upper lip, which if you look at a brother's upper lip, he typically has mustache hairs. So this word means upper lip or mustache, right? Like if I look at it, if I go to the Blue Letter Bible, look at mustache, it might not have the word mustache. They probably have it if I do it by the way. I'm gonna do a search just so I can show y'all, right? So you have lips, which is shapa, and for brother's upper lip, shapa, right? And then also you have beard, which is zakwan in Hebrew. So this is, this area right here, your beard, right? Zakwan. There's another brother I know, I believe out of Milwaukee, whose name is zakwan, and he is, there's a distinguishing feature, which is his beard. That's probably why his name is zakwan. There might be another word that also means zakwan, right? But that's just my guess. Beard in the Hebrew, zakwan. Okay. Now let me quickly I'm trying to find the word lip just so I can show y'all in the so I can show y'all it means upper lip or mustache, chapam. So let me see if I can find it right here. Right here. Okay. If I share this tab, right? So it's shapam, which means mustache or upper lip. In some cases, it's the beard where it's really, this area right here, like it could be like a goatee, right? Which is, around the lips, right? It comes from shapa, which of course we broke down. My connection is a little slow, so I probably don't want to go back and forth with the words. Give me 1 second. Right, shapa, which means lip. Shapam comes from that word, right? It's lip or upper lip or, you know, mustache, right? All right, so let me go back to where I was at. Share this tab. Okay, now let me see how far we're gonna get for today. And then we're gonna go, of course, the second half of the class, we're going over the vocabulary, right? So we're going over words that go read in tomorrow's Sabbath service. So let me see what we got. We could probably get through all of these, but because also, let me just see. I'm gonna go halfway, so to around 8 p.m., probably a little bit over. We'll get a few more words, and then we'll class. Right. So, the Hebrew for neck, right? Right here is Taza Wa'ar. Taza Wa'ar is your neck. Okay, so of course, you know, if you were to write this in the Hebrew, you have Taza, Wa, Ah, and Ra, right? So it's 4 letters. Taza Wa'ar. Taza Wa'ar, right? Okay, so Taza Wa'ar. The next word we have is shoulder. Now, this word for shoulder is not only like your shoulder right here. This word for shoulder is like what bears heavy burden. So it's really your upper back and your shoulders as well. Like if you see somebody carrying something heavy, usually they'll put it on their shoulders, or they'll put it like right here. This is where you lift heavy burden. Right. The Hebrew word for that is shakam. And so it's your shoulders and your upper back, right? Like right here where you carry heavy things. Right, shakam. Okay, so shakam. Right. And then back, which is more like, of course, the upper back is in the Hebrew is considered like almost part of the shoulder, right? So your back would be more like, you know, your whole, you know, from the mid back and lower back, right? The back in the Hebrew is gawa, right? Gawa. So it's that, it's the gawa, back. Okay. Now on the front, close part anatomy, you have a chest. Now for brothers and sisters, of course, it's slightly different. You know, women develop breasts, right? They have a bosom, right? So they'll have a slightly different word, whereas the regular word for chest, so I'd say like the, you know, like a chest specific to a male. I'll show you the word for that, right? Now in the Hebrew, the Bible is written in Old English, so it uses the words breast even when it's referring to a man. You know, the breast of a man, right? It's really, in today's age, we'd call it a chest, right? Of course, it's different when you're talking about the breast of a woman. You would use words like paps or, you know, teeth or this, that, and the third, right? Or bosom, right? So of course, it's a different context of right? So in the Hebrew, the word for, you know, how you'd say is kadya, right? Okay, so at least this word here, kadya, right? And then I'm gonna show y'all the Hebrew word for, you know, a woman's bosom or a woman's breasts. All right, we'll go over that in just a second, and then we'll switch it over to the second half. I think what we might do, let me see, we'll take a brief intermission, and then we'll go into the second half of the class where I'm going over vocabulary. All right, so y'all stay tuned. We'll go over the vocabulary. So as you're reading or you're attending tomorrow's Sabbath service, you can actually have an idea of what these words mean, right? You might hear a word and it'll be familiar to you. You say, oh, this part is talking about, you know, we always read the 7 verses in the Hebrew and in the English. When you hear it in the Hebrew, you'll think, oh, well, that word means this. That word means this. So you'll have an idea of what it's then going to say in the English. So you hear it written in the English, oh yeah, you know, I know what that was in the Hebrew, right? Like if you hear Abba or, you know, Abba Yakar or, you know, this, that, and the third, you know, that means father or your father. So you'll hear it when you read in the English, somewhere in the verse it will say your father, right? Okay, so, you know, just get this last part of the the topic of tonight's class. So chest in Hebrew, like a chest specifically, is kadya, right? Kadya. Now for a woman's chest, which is your bosom or your breasts, the Hebrew word is shad, right? Shad, or in some cases, that is used like a da joined together, but I think more common I find shad. Okay, so shad in the Hebrew is the bosom of a woman, right? So y'all know that down, and then a setup for the second half of the class, going through the vocabulary. I was thinking to kind of go through all the words, since I don't have my usual with me. It might be best if the next week, because I'll probably need to go over it again. Have the students live. I usually do. Right, so I'm gonna just stay for the rest of it, then go to the. Okay, so we're on the right, shad, which is the Hebrew word for bosom or breast. You know what I'm saying, the chest of a woman, and then we'll get into the second half, right? Let's see what we got. All right, so split it. Let's see if I get this open up on my phone too, so I can still see the comments. And then let me give me 1 second. Oh, I'm gonna take a quick intermission while I get set up for the second half, and then we'll get into it. All right, so let me see what song I want to play. Let's go with.
This is a Batman tune. I promise you, this shit lit, cuz this shit lit. Alright, you're next joint.
Niggas looking for the light. Me and my niggas prepared for the dog. Yeah. So we gon' get it on for the last days, nigga. I already know what it is. 140 for the rubber.
They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. It's a problem, tell them pop off. I die for, I let my colors fly, boy. For a nigga take me, they a drop dead. AR, clean them up like a mop pig. Say he cool, he bad, he really so tough. They like, damn, look what he did to Billy go rough. Little bitch think she Kiki Palmer, silly hoe. She know I'm that bull, but I ain't from Philly though. From the city where they say about that ribbon like petty poops. Know them niggas plotting, gotta deal with me. Can't catch me slipping, got to steal with me. Just left Alabama, bought a chopper from some hillbilly move. He made my life feel the blade. Leave them all bruised, come through like a plague. Rebel off the leash like a dog out the cage. Call me Johnny Blaze on One West May. Watch your step get stretched like a limousine. So my brother bring that blade back wet, that's my enemy. A little nigga, this that cult, need to talk. Niggas know I got blood in my cup, I just sip it like it's grenadine. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it'll never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the build, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. Tell them niggas good night, here come the bitch. Look, told them niggas get right or get left. UPK bad man, I pin to your flesh. Hellboy, rip the soul out of dead man shit. Got the rate, the power, I been the showstopper. Yeah, they might hate, but I know they gon' watch. Zone on lock, and you know the flow prop. Iced out, got the drip out of David Jones lock. Know I got the plan, they say that you the man. No shit, Sherlock, I'm the one you heard about. Burn down the building, let them all watch.
throw that one west up, then I swerve out. Sick with this shit, I do not need a detox. He don't watch a step, blow him out them Reeboks. We taking over, I'm sending the word out. Can't see me, little nigga, I put you in a bird box. Look, it's one west practical, gladiator, maximal. Creep on them slow, but that Glock 5 rapido. All I want is more power, more straps to blow. Ain't got excuse for no cow, he gon' have to go. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it all when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out.
Yeah. UPK shit, man. One West. Hey. I'm a UPK nigga. I'm stuck in my ways. That's on them. Letting cowards fill up they ranks. Goddamn. Lost tribes got them following waves. Loyalty a lifestyle, nigga. I'm just saying. Yeah. I'm a saint, no New Orleans, it's going up. Next spot we at the B&B. I'm turned up, I pull up in the SRT. Burning rubber, hey, UPK shit. Look, met her at the club, told her pull up to the lobby. She know I'm in the coat, we're all black, no Illuminati. This my other half shit, I can't move without it. These my motherfucking brothers, yeah, what I'm gonna do without them, yeah. If it's beef, I can't wait to sink my teeth in. Niggas going overboard, they off the deep end. Why you tripping off that hoe? That's some weak shit. Told him put me in the game cause I love defense. Yeah, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Yeah, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, and she say she find me interesting. Yeah, want me to call, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Ay, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, and she say she find me interesting. Yeah, want me to call, I ain't gotta settle, I got options, ma. No, I stand on business, my name not Tazar. I'll pop you with this pocket rock. Feed a nigga shells like a taco truck. Hey, this bitch got sound effects, it go pew pew pew. I ain't tripping on no drink, got bottles in a room. I'm in Durham, North Carolina, bitch, it's 12 a.m. Look at them, they ain't none of us and we ain't them. I told him put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Ay, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, she say she find me interesting. Yeah, want me to call, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Ay, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, she say she find me interesting. Want me to call, yeah. UPK shit, man, you already know what it is. It's the 55th annual Passover, man, turn up. We gon' do this shit the UPK way, not the other way. You hear me? Yeah.
Alright, most sign class. Let's get back to it. So, the second half of the class is, of course, where I go through the Sabbath service. So, the Sabbath service verses. So, we're going to start in the book of Genesis, chapter 41 and verse 31. Right? Now, the first word, of course, Hebrew is read from the right to the left. So, the first word we have is wa-la-ah. Right? Now, wa-la-ah is made up of two different parts. We have wa as a preposition. If I could spell preposition, which means and, right? And. Okay, then we have la-ah, which is like the no or the negative of something, right? It's like no or not, right? We do like that, right? So wa la-ah, it's like and not or and didn't or and no, you know what I'm saying? Now the second word here is yawadai, right? Yawadai, which is which comes from the root yadai, which means to know, right? So yadai is to know. I'm gonna say, just so anyone don't think I'm, it's even translated as, to and known in the thing, right? So it means to know, to perceive, to understand. You know what I'm saying? Simply put, to know, right? Yadai. Now this wa in the middle of the word makes it like present tense, right? So it's like and not knowing, right? Or and didn't know, right? That type of thing. Okay, then we have here hashabai. Now I know this shabai typically means 7, but of course it's another word. There are some words in the Hebrew where they there's like 2 different words, right? And you gotta kind of figure it out based on the context. Like for example, what's an example I could give? Like there's a word sham, which in some cases I forget. The sham means name, but it can also mean something else. I forget the other word it means, but that's an example where there's words that like sound the same, and you kind of had to know it based on the context. The same with even English in today's day and age. There were words in English which sound the same. Like you have bear, the physical animal bear, and then you have bears in to lift something or to bear a burden. But you can of course figure out what word is being used by the context, right? So on and so forth. Okay, or like even bear is into to lift something heavy or to bear a burden, and then bear is into bear children, where even that word sounds the same and is spelled the same, but of course there's different meanings based on the context, right? Now this word shabai, which shabai can mean 7, but in this case it means it could be to feed, to fill, or to satisfy, right? So I'm gonna get into it. It's more commonly the abundance. I'm gonna put let me see, it's full stomach or plenty. We'll put okay, shabai. I'm gonna put to fill / be satisfied, right? I didn't put a slash there. / be satisfied, right? Like there's enough, there's plenty, you can eat your fill, right? So it says ha shabai, which ha is a preposition. Let me put this in here. Preposition means the, right? So it's the abundance, right? The abundance or the and then the second word is in the land, right? So it's the abundance in the land, or the plenty, the plenty of whatever is in the land, right? Okay, so ha means the, right? Then we have ba aratazah. Now ba, of course, is a preposition, right? Let's look here. Preposition, which means in, on, or with. Put in, on. So I do this with the / in, on, with, right? Then we have aratazah, right? Aratazah, which means, so like, give me 1 second, which means earth or land, right? So hashabai ba'aratazah is the plenty in the land, or the abundance in the land, right? All right, let's get into the next part. So next we have mapanya, right? Okay, so it comes from panya, which means to face, right? Which we did earlier. Face or countenance or presence or before the face of, right? So panya. I'm gonna get into it. So so it uses mapanya, which means it would basically mean like from the face, right? So get to the root is panya, which means face. So like your face. Okay. Ma as a preposition, or I should have done it the other way. It didn't, particularly matter. So this is another. Let me just copy the word preposition because I keep having to type this in. It's just unnecessarily complex. All right, preposition. In fact, let me just copy the whole in the brackets too. All right, so ma as a preposition means of or from. All right, let me do this in spaces. And select here. I just want everything to be uniform, right? So ma means of or from. Panya means face. So it's like from the face, right? So if you read this, so it's like wala yawadai. So and it won't be known, essentially. Hashabai Barataza, the plenty or the abundance in the land. Ma Panya is like from the face, right? It's really from the face. It does it as because, but if we break down the two words, it's really from the face. And then Ha Ra'ai, which is the famine, right? So it's basically saying, so the plenty of the land, the plenty of the land will not know, or will, they will kind of be safe from the face of famine, right? Or they will not know. Let me see. What's the translation? And will not know the plenty in the earth from the face of famine, right? So let me put in here. So we already have ha as a preposition. We have ra'aib, right? Ra'aib, which means, if I go into it, famine or hunger, right? So from what I understand, it's basically saying that the land will be safe from the face of hunger. Let me real quick, if I just have the a side by side, I want to make sure it's saying the same thing, or I might be reading it slightly wrong. A second. And the plenty shall not be known in the land by reason of that famine following. The plenty shall not be known in the land. Okay, I see what it's saying. Okay, no sweat. All right, ra'aib, which is famine or hunger. So I'm gonna put famine. We all know famine means there's no food, so you're hungry. So I can, we can put famine for that. In fact, let me see. Yeah, it's more commonly known as famine, right? Okay, so ha. So ha as a preposition means the. Hawa'a typically means he or it, right? He or it. In this context, it's it, right? So you have the it, which is basically translated as that, right? That. Then you have akaya, right? Akaya. Akaya typically means behind, right? Or it could be, following, like something that is behind something. Like if I'm behind you in a car and we go into the same place, I'm following you, right? So a car, I'll put it here. Give me 1 second. Car means behind. I think it's typically more translated as behind, but of course it could also mean following. Like you're behind something, you're following it, right? It's like to be behind or to delay could be something that's going to follow after, right? Like if I go into this, what's the most common word is translated as 360, after, right? Afterwards or behind. So it's essentially behind or following. Okay, like what's coming to follow. Then we have can, which can is a word which we use as the word for yes, or like indeed, or that's correct, right? Can means thus, like it's so, it's right, right? So we put here some can. It could be. Let me go into the most used translation, like correctly. So this is, of course, the word we use for yes or correct, like this. That's right. Yes, it's this. It's so, right? So it's most commonly translated as so, right? like, and it was so, right? And it was like, yes, right? So let me put, if I was to put the definition and put to be so, right? To be so slash thus. It's like to be thus, right? Okay. Then we have kaya. Now this word kaya would actually be the word for like because, right? Or this is the reason, right? Like if I go into it, it's because or for, more commonly, commonly used for because. Like if I go in here, because, or what's the word? Indeed, it could be like for this reason, like for, right? So I'm put kaya, which is because or for, right? Like this man was very hungry, for he hadn't eaten food in 3 days, right? That for in that context is because, right? Let me even cut off for just for simplicity's sake, right? It means because. Okay. Then we have this word here, kabad, right? Kabad. Let's get into it. So kabad is heavy or weighty or burdensome. Let me get into it here. Like a difficult or a heavy or sorrowful. Right. So if I get it in the context, it's a severe, like it's a heavy or burdensome, I should say. It's like, so kabad, right? Let me do it as the most common thing is what? Heavy. And put heavy slash burdensome. Like it's not particularly talking about, heavy weight. It's a difficult burden, right? So it says it can refer to physical heaviness or burdensomeness, right? Or severity, or that sort of thing. Okay, so then we have hawa'a again, which means it. Then we have ma'ad, right? Now ma'ad means very or exceedingly. It's an adjective, right? So it's in the Hebrew, the adjective comes after the what would kabad be? Give me 1 second. Kabad is also an adjective. I think this is like the noun, right? It, right? It's a pronoun, third person. It usually means he as a pronoun. It can also be it, right? So that's essentially the noun. So it's very, right? It's very severe. Okay. So ma'ad means very, like exceedingly, or what does it say? Much. Let me see what it's translated as the most. It says greatly. I think it's the most common, but it's no, very, very right here, right? 139, right? Very. So we use that. All right, what we're going to do is read it through as the verse. So wala'a, yawadai, hashabai, ba'arataza, mapanya, hara'aib, hahawa'a, akaya, kan, kaya, kabad, hawa'a, ma'ad. Right, so that's how you'd read the verse through if you're reading for the Sabbath service. Okay, so next we have wa'il. Right, now this il will typically be like on or over or above or upon. Right, so and because y is and, so like and upon or and on. Let me see. Then we have the word for repeat. So let me get just this il. So il means like over slash upon or on. It's like on and on this. Let me get this word here. So shana means to change or to repeat. I know shana, again, it's a similar, we went over words that have very like similar words that might be spelled the same but different depending on the context. Like I know shana can also be year, right? But in this context, it means to change or to repeat. Okay. So shana. Let me get, what does it mean more? I think it probably means more to repeat. yeah, like again, do again, a second time. So less to change, more to repeat, right? To repeat or to do again. Like if you're asked to do something again, you might slightly change what you're doing. Like you're doing a you're training for something. You're training a strike. Because you throw a punch, you might throw it a little shaky the first time. Because we'll say again, you throw it again, and you're refining that, right? So you might make slight changes, but the word shana means to repeat, to do again. Okay, so hashanwath is like it's almost like the repeating, right? And this wath at the end is I believe is plural. Let me go into it right here. Give me 1 second. All right. I know sweat. So hashanwath, right? I'm pretty sure this wath at the end is the oh no. Let me see. It's like instead of saying shana, it's really the shanath. I think this wa right here is the same wa that's in how the Jewish man would say shalom, right? That's something he added to make certain sounds, but I don't think that's originally there. So it'd be really hashanath, right? Which that after the end is really just when you're referring to something typically, right? So it's what was repeated is the dream, right? So you use this sta at the end. Okay, then we have a kalawam, right? Or really, I think this is another instance of this wa that's added in. So really ha kalam, right? If I go into this, wait 1 second. Now where it doesn't have, I know with shalom in particular, it has the root already there. Like it tells you it derives from shalom, right? So I don't want to say this y is always is being added in, so I'm gonna just write it as it is, right? So because it don't specifically say, no, yeah, it says it right here, yeah, right here, it's like it, right? It comes from the root kalam, right? So we know that this y right here is some of the Jewish man added in. So let's put that in, right? Kalam, right? For anybody that is unsure what I'm talking about, make sure you watch the class I did 2 weeks ago, the breakdown on the word shalom, which is fake Hebrew, right? The real Hebrew is shalom. I broke that whole thing down. If you haven't seen it, make sure you watch that class, right? Right. So here we have kalam. The oppressor will show it as kalawam because he added this y in here to make an o sound. So like you'll see here, he pronounced it as kalom, but really, it's kalam. Okay. So kalam means to dream, or it could be, physically the dream, right? Like a dream or to dream. Okay. All right. So in the dream, this owl here, this owl is joined with parai, which is Pharaoh in the Hebrew. When owl is joined with something, like I don't think I'll remember from the promo, when owl is joined with something, it means unto, right? So owl, write this here. When joined, we'll just put when joined, it's really when joined with another word, right? But I think when joined simplifies it enough, it means unto. Okay. Then you have parai, and how the end, which is Pharaoh. How do I spell Pharaoh? Pharaoh. Right? What we have here, Pa'im, right? Pa'im yam apparently means twice. Let me go into it, right? Pa'im means time or occurrence, right? Oh, let me see what we got here to translate to this. All right, so time or 2 times, right? So it's almost like time and time again, right? That type of figure of speech, or here's the most common thing is times, right? And it's usually used for like 2 times or oftentimes, right? So let me break this down. So pa'im, Pa'im would be like a time or an occurrence, right? Let me see what we'll go here, right? So pa'im, and then the word in the verse is pa'im yam, which is the plural, right? So multiple occurrences, in this case twice, right? So I'm gonna put time or occurrence, right? Like the time this happened, or time and time again is like instance after instance, right? And it's the plural pa'im yam twice. All right, so then we got kaya again, which we already have, which means because. We have naka. It says here naka. Get kawan. All right, let me get right here. Give me 1 second. All right, kawan means to establish. Get the most to prepare or to establish. Establish is the most common, so that's the root. So sorry, 1 second. Kawan means to establish. Establish. If I go into it, let me just say, where was we at? Right here. All right, so Nakawan is established, right? Let me go into its Kawan. All right, so in this case, we know this Y wasn't really added because when we go into it, the root is Kawan, right? Kawan, which means to establish. Okay, so you just have to, when it comes with this one right here, this oppressor just loves to confuse and just add confusion to everything. So this is why you need Hebrew scholars to break this thing down, right? And go into the root of thing. Go to where did this originate? So we can break the whole thing down and know how to properly say it. Right? So Nakawan meaning to establish, right? Or is established. Then we have Hadabar. All right, so Hadabar. The bar means word or speech. It can be the verb to speak, right? So we get it here. So the bar, which means to speak or word, right? Like when we say ayan the bar, it means no words, right? Like don't mention it. You know what I'm saying? Don't sweat it. Right? Speak or word or speech, right? So establish the thing, or really the word, right? That's how we would translate it. Establish it says the thing by God. We would read this as really the word by God, or what God has said, right? Then we have ma'aim, which ma'aim means, okay, I'm here. It means with or together. Get it here. I think it's mostly broken down as with. It's like with or against. Like if I lean something against a wall, I'm putting it with the wall, right? So denote association, companionship, and presence, like being aligned with something, right? So I'm really, it'd be like with, right? With or together. I'll put with, okay? And then ma'aim is this ma means like of or from, right? So the thing of together with the Most High, or the way it says God right here, it says ha alahayim, which is the powers, right? So the thing which is with or by together with the powers, right? All right, so we got do we have ma as a preposition? I think yeah, up here. All right, no sweat, so I have right again. So we got ha, of course, then we have alahayim. So alahayim, which means powers. It could be like angels or God. Let me go into it. Right, so they'll say Elohim, but it's alahayim, right? Give me 1 second. So usually mean God or gods or powers, right? So you have the Almighty God, and then you have like the angels will be referred to as God because they represent God, right? That type of thing, right? So I'm gonna put God / powers, like the angels or even Christ, right? Let me go back. So wa mamaka. So this word would be makar. So makar, which means to hasten, right? To speed something up, right? To hurry. Like the wa ma makar, so it's like and from to quicken something, right? Or and of the quickening, so and it translates it and will shortly, right? And will quickly or and will speedily. And then it uses the powers again. So and will quickly or and in a hurry will the powers, and then it says la aishathwa, right? It comes from the root aisha. If I go into it, I'm pretty sure it's going to say aisha, which means to do or to make, right? I've got it right here. So aisha, which means to do / make. Okay, so he's will shortly the powers do or bring to pass, right? We also have la here, which I don't have la already. So la preposition means to or for, right? Right. So it's to make or to bring to pass or to do, right? Aishathwa. Okay. La aishathwa. So if I was to read this verse, wa'ayil hashem. Give me 1 second. I forget whether this wa was something that was added in this because it gives the root word shana. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna read. I think this is okay. Okay, wa'il hashanath hakalam al parai pa'ainyam kaya nakawan hadaba ma'aim ha alahayim wa mamaka ha alahayim la aishathwa, right? La aishathwa. I know sweat. Let me get back into the next verse, right? So, of course, if anybody has any questions or anything they need to add, you know what I'm saying, just type it in the comments. You know, you'll have in the pinned comments, you know, if anyone's still working on obtaining the Hebrew name, you had to fill in that attendance sign-in sheet. If anyone wants to join these classes live, just, you know, contact the school, contact ISUPK United Kingdom or isupkuk@gmail.com. Now get in touch, let me know your name, your zone, the name of your camp leader, and we'll look at getting you in the class. All right, so let me see what we got. So, what I thought, all right, let's get into this. I thought means now or at this time, right? I thought means now. Let me get into the list of definitions. It means now or at this time, right? I'll put now, right? So it's basically saying and now. It says yara'ah, okay. Comes from the root ra'ah, which means to see. To see or behold. Let me. What's the most common translation? Seen is really to see. So I'm just put see, right? Like this ra'ah, like for example, in my name, Ra'ah Ban, right? It's ra'ah, which means to see or to behold, to look at something, and then ban, which is sun, right? So Ra'ah Ban, right? It's joined with like a y in between. All right, so ya ra'ah is really this ya is a preposition, which means, let's see, ya preposition means he, right? So he sees, right? And the he is referring to is Pharaoh, right? So, and now Pharaoh sees or Pharaoh saw or whatever. And then Ayash, which means a man. Well, it means man, right? Ayash. Ayash means man. Okay. Then we have Nabawan. Let me go into this one. Okay, it comes from Bayan. Bayan, which means to discern, to understand, to perceive. Let me go into the most common. Let's see. It's really to understand or to discern, right? Okay, so I'm put to understand / discern. Bayan, right? Then we go back into here. So we got Nabayan, so discerning. Nakakam. Now, kakam means wise or skillful, right? Like there's a brother in school called, I believe is it Kakam Imad, which would be like to stand wise, right? So this means wise, skillful. We go into it. Wise is the most common definition, but it's frequently used. So let's say wise or skillful. Okay. So wayash ya hawa. All right, let's get into this. Comes from the shayath, which means to set in place, right? To put in place / set. So to set in place, put / set in place. What's the best way to explain it? So and set him in place. Isle, which we broke down, was over, so we have that already. So Isle, Aratazar, so over the land, and then Matazarium. Matazarium is Egypt, right? It's Egypt or the Egyptians. Egyptians, right? All right, so let's read this verse. So Wa'aitha, Yara'a, Parai, Ayash, Nabawan, Wa Kakam, Wayash Yath Hawa. It's like a Wash Yat. I think I had that right. Give me 1 second. Waya Shayath Hawa. I think that's how it would be, because the word is Shayath, which means to put in place. So it's like, and he Shayath Hawa, set him, right? Isle Aratazar Matazarium, over the land of Egypt. All right. Okay, to the next verse. Let me see. I'll probably do 2 more verses and then we'll close out. Let me see how. Yeah, I'm gonna do 2 more verses, thereabouts. 1 or 2. All right, so Ya Aisha. So that's basically like he did. Pharaoh. So like, and Pharaoh did. So we already have those words down. Then we have Waya Paquad. So it's like, and he. And then Paquad means what? Let me go into this. Paquad. Paquad means to visit, to attend, to look upon. Let me go into the thing. To punish, to number, to appoint. I think for the most part, it means like to, it depends on the context, right? To visit or to attend to someone. Okay, so I'm gonna put to visit or to attend, right? Like I think in the context, like it could be to punish earlier. It's like if you visit, if you're in prison and you're being visited by the guard, right? You're usually being punished for something, or you're being attended to in your punishment, right? Maybe being attended to and given lashes and whips, right? Whatever. So it means to visit or to attend to. Like if someone says, hey, it's like if someone says, like how the context, like with the mafia, what's the phrase they use? Like, hey, take care of this. If you say take care of this, it could be in a good way. Take care of this, attend on this, look after this. or it could be take care of this, like handle business, as in somebody had to go in the ground, right? That type of thing, right? Quad is versatile in that way. Okay, so visit or put to visit or to attend. To visit / attend. Okay. Okay, and then Pequadiam. So Pequadiam is like appointees or attendees, really. It's so if Pequad means to visit or to attend, Pequadiam is the plural of that, right? It's gonna bring me, let me see. This Pequadiam, Paquayad, which is an officer and an overseer, right? The person who attends, right? So let me get this root. Let me get this word, which is Paquayad, which of course comes from Pequad, which is overseer or officer. Now, not officer in the way that, you know, in the school we have officers. This is more like a warden, like an officer, or you know, the word for officer we use is Quatazayan, which is more of a rank. Like you have captains, officers, troopers, so on and so forth. That officer is like the prison guard or the prison warden, somebody who oversees something, right? That type of officer. Okay, we have Isle Ha'arataza, over the land. Wa Kamash. So Kamash means 5. Let me get this here. Kamash means 5. At the number 5, so it's like and 5 is to take a fifth. So like and a fifth. Ath Arataza. So this ath lets you know what it's referring to. So it's and 5 like of the land. So like and a fifth of the land of Egypt, right? So this ath, I went over a class as well in how to use the word ath. It kind of lets you know what the verb is referring to, right? And the verb is almost, I think it's this one, which in this case it uses a point. It means to visit or to attend to. So this person appointed officers to attend to a fifth of the land of Israel, type thing, right? Not the land of Israel, slack it, the land of Egypt, right? This is Pharaoh, right? So it's like it's a word with no definition. Let me just put lets you know what the verb is referring to. Okay. Then we have Matazarim, which we already have. We have Ba Shabai. Ba is a preposition. We have Shabai. In this case, we went on Shabai earlier. Meant what? Shabai meant to fill or to be satisfied. Of course, in this case, we know Shabai, Shanya. It's like in 7 years, right? So that's how you know the context of that. So Shabai, in this case, means 7. Right, so in 7, and then Shanya, it says, if I go into this, it's Shana, which is years, right? So I'm gonna put the root again. Shana was another word where earlier it meant to repeat, right? In this case, it means years, right? It'd be like Shanyam, which is the plural. Okay, Shana, which is year, and then we have Hashabai, which is you know, it lets you know the context. So you have Ba Shabai, Shanya, Hashabai. So it's like in the plentiful 7 years. Or let me see if I go into this how it does it, right? In the 7 plenteous years, right? That's how it's broken down. Okay, so we already have the Shabai from earlier to mean the plentiful, or you know, to satisfy, right? Let's go get this. Let me read through this one verse. So Ya Aisha Parai Waya, Pequod, Pequodium, Isle, Ha'aratazar, Wakamash, Ath, Aratazar, Matazarium, Bashabai, Shanya, and Hashabai. All right, that's how you read through that verse. All right, let me get through this last one. So, Waya Kwabatazawa, right? So it'd be Kwabataza, which means to gather. Kwabataza, to gather, collect, put together, right? Okay, together. Kwabataza, right? So Waya Kwabatazawa is like, and he gathered, or and they gathered. Ath, Kal, so it lets you know this ath again it lets you know what the verb is referring to. So the verb is to gather. What are they gathering? Kal, akal, right? Kal is a word which means all, so all or every, every, and then akal. Akal is a word which means to eat. It's a verb which means to eat, right? But it could also be the noun. What do you eat? You eat food, right? So it's like all the edible things type thing, right? Food, nourishment, it comes from akal, meaning to eat or to consume, right? So akal means, I'm gonna put here, to eat / food, okay? And then hashanyam, this is the years, so it comes from shana again. So hashanyam is the years. So like if I put really I want to, if I could like add, let me see, can I do this? Like if I just reorder this, right, and I put shana and then shanyam with the years. Or I could have just probably done that as also. I'm gonna put shana / shanyam, year / years. That's probably easier, right? Then we have hatabath, which this would come from the word tawab, right, which means good or pleasant. All right, so tawab, derived from the root tawab. Like this is another word where the Jewish man added this like dot on top to indicate the vowel. So he would say tob to be good, but we know it derives from the root tawab, so we know it's still pronounced tawab, right, which means to be good or pleasant or agreeable. That's why, of course, you need to come into the ISUPK so you know Hebrew, so you know what, we always go to the original, right? We always, go what's originally established, right? So tawab means good. To good, pleasant, or agreeable, right? Its simplest form, it means good. Okay? So ha tabath, ha ba'ath. So ba'a, this literally comes from, what's it called? Bawa'a, right? Let me see. It could really be ba'a, but let me just put bawa'a, which means to come in, right? One second. Bawa'a, which means to come, right? It's like to come in, to enter, right? All right, so ha ba'ath is like those that are coming in. Ha Allah, so Allah means these. Let me go into it. Yeah, Allah is these or those. Okay, then waya tazabar. So this tazabar would be the verb. All right, tazabar, which means to heap up or to gather and to store. So we had the other word kwabatazar, which means to gather. This tazabar means to gather together in storage, right? So more to store. All right, go ahead, pile, store, amass, right? So to store. Okay, and put to store up, right? To heap up, it puts here. Okay, so to store up. Then we have bar, which is grain. All right, let me put grain, grain or wheat or corn. Okay, so bar. I think that's probably where the word barley derived from, right? In the English, right? So bar means grain. We have the kaf. The kaf, let's go into it. It means under. The kaf. Spell that right? Yeah. It means under, beneath. All right, we closed up on the time, so I'm gonna do this quite quickly. We have yad. It says here the authority, but we know yad means hand, right? Now, under the hand, of course, you could translate it as under the authority, right? Under the rulership, under the power of Pharaoh, Parai, right? Akal, we have as food. But Ayar, okay, so go into this. Ayar means city. Okay, so Ayar, cities, already city, I suppose. Okay, so it pluralizes it. So in the city, so Ba'aryam, in the cities, and then Wa Shamar. Shamar means to guard or to keep, right? Shamar, to guard, to keep, or to protect something, right? Okay, let's read through this verse. So, Waya Kwabatazawa Akal Hashanyam Hatabath Haba'ath Ha'ala Wa Tazabarwa Bar Thakath Yat Parai Akal Ba'aryam Washamawa, right? No sign of Christ. And with that, that's the end of the class. I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. Let me stop sharing my screen. Give me 1 second. All right, now that's the class. I hope everyone enjoyed. Thank you all for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? I'll see y'all next week where we'll go over the remaining words for the different body parts. I'll have the Hebrew for forehead or brow on there, which I didn't have in. You know what I'm saying? For that, we're gonna close out. And make sure y'all tune in, of course, tonight for On the End, which is Captain Karathi and Officer Damgabar's radio show. Be sure to tune in. All right, with that, I'm gonna salute the brothers and sisters. So I'm Madiam. All right, let me tilt my camera up a little bit. All right, I'm Madiam Shabbat. I'm Madiam Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Barak Atham. All right, Yad Yam Matah. And Masah in terms of the sisters. All right, ye men of Israel, I'm Madiam Shabbath, I'm Madiam, Barak, Yahweh Shema Alatan Ba'Shem Yahushai. No sign of Christ. Yad Yam Matah, and class dismissed. All right. Water for y'all. I'll see y'all next Friday. Of course, if y'all tune in for Real Time Revelations, I'll see y'all Monday. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all tune in for everything the UK is in store, all right? And with that, shalom, Lord of Christ. All right, let me go ahead and end the live, and then we are.